Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Participants, we are waiting for the speaker to join. Very soon we will start the session.
Hi, Harnish. Am I audible and here?
Yes, so Kavita ma'am, are you there now?
Yeah. I'm there.
Okay, okay.
So I don't know which
All
link.
right.
I think I have wrongly taken another link and I was waiting there.
Okay.
I'm so
As
sorry
you
for
are in
that.
the meeting, no worries, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, shall we start? Okay.
Your voice is not audible. My voice is audible, is it?
Yes, your voice is audible, ma'am. What about
Yeah,
my
great.
voice? Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So we'll start the session, ma'am.
Yes, we
Are
can.
you ready with your content?
Yeah. I will share it now.
Okay, good. Done. Yes, good afternoon to all the participants. I, Mrs. Pratibha Lotlikar, first year in charge and senior faculty from Thakur Polytechnic, welcomes you all in FDP. Today is day 5 and today's topic is mentoring current youth. I would like to introduce today's speaker, Srimati Kavita Valawalkar Patil, to all the participants of FDP. Madam Kavita has mastered in commerce and education. She is certified graphologist, certified career analyst. She has done professional development courses in ISO 21001 and 2018 and NABET PSA workshop 2020 and also certified international teacher trainer for RAYC. Kavita madam,
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Shall I share the screen?
let me complete.
Yeah.
Kavita madam is a certified career analyst, soft skill trainer, wellness coach, entrepreneurship mentor, and many more. She has immense passion for entrepreneurship mentorship. She has earned nearly 15 years of experience in this field. She is guiding individuals towards their true career potential and holistic well-being. She has professional experience as an officer for IAYC program, preparing training institutions for ISO 21001, mentor for VYST. She has conducted career counseling sessions, helping individuals from variety of backgrounds discover their ideal career path and navigate transitions. She has conducted workshops on soft skills for institutions, NGOs, and companies. She has also developed and implemented Pan India virtual wellness training programs. Her approach to career analysis is rooted in holistic and understanding and individualized guidance. She is also considering each person's distinct strength, interests, and aspirations while guiding them. Kavita Madam's passion lies in mentoring budding entrepreneurs, fueling their growth and development. This is making lasting impact and steering individuals and organizations towards a future unparalleled success and holistic well-being. And there are many, many more things to actually give here as an introduction. Okay, so she is a great personality. Today she is with us. Now I request Kavita Madam to start today's session that is on mentoring current youth. So over to you, Madam. Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. My voice is audible to all. I just want to check that. Is it? My voice
Yes,
is
yes, Madam.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
very, yeah.
okay, great. Let me share my screen. Is it visible to all?
Yes, Madam.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes. You can make it
Wha-
full screen now.
Yeah, so the screen is visible, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you, ma'am, for introducing me, and thank you, Harnish, for giving this opportunity. Every one of us is actually facing this challenge, is mentoring young adults. Why we call them young adults? Reason is simple. वो खुद को एडल्ट्स भी समझते हैं, यंग भी समझते हैं, पर हम लोग उनको पूरी तरह से एडल्ट्स भी नहीं बोल सकते और पूरी तरह से यंग भी नहीं बोल सकते. Fine, they are in such a cusp that they cannot take their 100% decision. At the same time, they feel that they are 100% mature enough to do this, and they are in such a situation which is more and less, I can, in a simple day-to-day language, we say confusion. So mentoring becomes an important part when it comes for dealing with young adults. We as an individual, every one of us knows it well. Fine, we know that they need help. We know that they need our guidance, but from their side, you don't get the same response. So you said, kya kare? What and how we can do something. They are not receptive on a receptive side, so it becomes a challenge. I do agree. Believe me, when we go for one-to-one session, the same thing I get it from my young adults also, these teenagers, those are in colleges, that we want to take their help, but they are not, you know, giving us a proper response. That is what comes from their side. So one thing is 100% sure, दोनों साइड पे willingness to hai that they want to help, but the issue is how, what exactly to be done. Fine. So when you talk about the mentoring, it's a dynamic. You will never see that, forget about, we talk about old age and all. Even what has done yesterday, the same thing cannot be done today in mentoring. Every day it will bring something new on your plate. It is so, so challenging. Every individual is unique, and based on that, mentoring every individual will be unique. So if we have a thought process, कि भाई मैं क्लास में जाऊंगा और एक ही तरीके का काम करके आऊंगा, it's not gonna work. When everyone in your class needs exactly different mentoring. If you try to do exactly the same, it's not gonna work. You will always feel challenging. You will always see that it's really irritating. And then your entire what do you call what how I will put it, वो जो एक रहता है ना कि यस आज कुछ करना है, आज मुझे बच्चों को कुछ अलग से पढ़ाना है, I want to do something, that all push that you had while coming in the class goes away. All that motivation just vanishes because you are not getting the same response. Why? Because we are not able to understand, is it? Or maybe the students are very rude, is it? No, we need to think about it. Today's entire session is all about it. It's not a session. I will not say that I'm going to talk because this issue is faced by you as well as me and many people around the world. So let's have a conversation type of, let's have a discussion type where we understand each other's issue and then we get to the conclusion. I always believe this topic is something called, this topic is mainly, or this, hello, hello, hello.
Yes, madam, you can continue.
Yeah, but I'm not able to, it's pretty disturbing from on me.
Yeah, yeah. Someone's mic is on. Echo.
It's okay, but are they able to understand? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Now no issue.
yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So, the main thing that we are going to do here is brainstorming. What I want here to do is brainstorming because every individual, there are around 39 people, and I believe out of this 39, two will be from our side, rest will be from the faculty side. I would like to hear your challenges. I would like to hear your issues, and let's together try to come to the conclusion what and how we can, work it out on this. Before that, you, I think my screen was isn't visible now.
Yes, your screen is not visible.
Yeah, no, no, just give me a minute. I will share it again. I think it will be now. Is it? So when you talk about the mentoring, is a dynamic, impactful relationship between more experienced and knowledgeable individual and less experience. So there should not be, it's not limited to, something with the school and colleges only. Mentoring can be anywhere. It come in your day-to-day life, you will face this kind of situation. How you make it impactful is really important. This relationship mainly built on guidance, how you support individual, and how you actually share knowledge, help them. Based on this mentoring, you can actually, you know, grow this plant only with the help of this supporting materials. When you say I'm mentoring someone, you have to give them proper guidance, support, knowledge, fine, and help. These all has to be there. without which mentoring will not flourish. I have one activity here, a very simple activity. Activity is I want everyone to close your eyes. Close your eyes for a minute and think about a person from your college days or your school days who's to college days or school time you remember till today and you feel यार, वही एक बंदा था जिसकी वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ. I want you to just close your eyes and think about that one particular person or maybe two, I don't know. But just think about a person who has really pushed you to a certain level and you think that because of him or her, I'm here or I'm alive or I'm doing good. I will just give you 2 minutes. Every one of you, please close your eyes. Try to recollect those old days, golden days, where there is someone who has supported you. Now, my question is how many of you have found one person? कोई एक ही बंदा था जिसने मेरे इसमें एक ही था. ऐसे कितने जन हैं? You can use hand raise. एक ही बंदा था. Okay. Okay. How many of you think there are more than one? Wonderful. Wonderful. देखो अपने पास 39 लोग हैं तो all together I can see around about only 10-12 has raised the hand. रेस्ट ऑफ के लाइफ में कोई मेंट नहीं मिला जो गाइड करने वाला था और दैट वन पर्सन you think that because of him or her you are here today or you are able to push yourself to the better side. Good. So I would like, yes, anyone would like to add? Y.S. Patil. Okay. Patil sir, would you like to add something? Okay. So let me ask at least one or two to explain it, to narrate it, to tell us about that experience. So, as I could see Y.S. Patil, would you like to share your experience, please? Are you there? Or anyone else who's willing to share it, the name of that person? कि ये बंदा है इनकी वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ और the person has helped me during my that day. Anyone here? Come on, guys, your teachers, your professors. One person can narrate it, explain it. Okay, I will explain from my side. Fine. Let me share. Maybe you will understand how to share your story as well. No. Okay, tell me, Hindi, Marathi, English, which one is more convenient for everyone here? Which language should I use? Hindi, Marathi, or English? Any? Okay.
Any will do, madam.
Sorry, ma'am.
English, Hindi, and Marathi also in between will do.
Okay. सारे जन any वाले ही है. Okay, chalo, koi baat nahi. See, I will just share you one story here. A very small story. Now, uh, during my school days, college days, 11th, 12th, during my college days, I was short, first bencher, short in height. I was a person, was not really strong to play kabaddi and all those games. Fine. So I was
Right.
always, but I always had that in my mind when I was very afraid to go and ask because the girls who are in front of you, me, were very, very, very strong, tall, and proper strength build and all those things. So I always used to feel it, but then I used to say, yeah, nahi hoga mujse, chhod. Rather than nahi hoga, it was always like, yeah, they will not accept me, they will not take me in. That was always in my mind. Whenever I used to feel, no, let me try, let me go, and whenever I used to go and approach that professor, before I could say something, my mind used to tell me, chhod na yaar, why you are doing it, let it be. And I used to turn around. So one day this professor, he noticed me 3 4 times time, and then suddenly he called me in his office for some other work, or it's in general. He just called me and he just started talking to me. You're in which class, because college many divisions and all those things. So you're in which class? I said this class, and he said, okay, which school? And in general he started discussing with, and slowly he has asked me, oh, then have you ever played kabaddi? And I said, yes, I did in my school days. During my school days I did. So he said, okay, wonderful. So would you like to try this time? And I was like on seventh heaven. How could? I never thought ever, I never ever thought that this person is gonna actually call me and ask me something like that. But at the same time, he said, see, looking at your strength, I have no idea about it because you've never been on the ground. What we can do, you come there for a practice. Let me check your strength and your expertise, and then I can promise you, will you be there in the state level or not, or inter college level or not. I was really, really happy. Believe me, I was there before time. Every time, whatever instruction given to me, I used to complete it because I was really keen about it. But the one fine day, he told me, Kavita, the weight is an issue. For this category, your weight has to be this much. I was really disappointed. I said, it abhi to nahi. Like, how, what I can do? Because it's just 1 month. He actually sat down with me and he gave me a diet. He said, see, do this, 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 and this has to be done. Now, giving diet wasn't enough. What he has done, actually, he went ahead of it. Every day, while we are walking in the, I was passing by his room. He used to just look at me, he used to smile, and he used to say, ah, you are preparing, huh? Right, na, Kavita? And it was like a professor calls you with your name, and he recognizes you in the college. It is something really great. And I used to say yes, and that used to motivate. In between, believe me, I have skipped that schedule for 1 or 2 days, but when he used to ask me, it used to make me kind of alert. No, I have to, and because I have to prove him. And then I used to again go and start my daily routine or schedule again. And that person is still there in my mind because he has actually motivated me to do something which I believed in between that I'm not able to do it. Why? Because as you enter college, the school and college, there is a huge difference. Fine. When you are in college, there are n number of classes. There are number of students are way more than your school, and you're new. You're absolutely new there. So when you are new in a particular place, what becomes important is to create your identity. You know, your presence you want to create as a young adult. We want to do that. I believe every one of you have tried that. Am I right? Have you? जब हम लोग पहले बार कॉलेज में जाते हैं तो अपना एक इम्प्रेशन डालने के लिए ट्राई करते हैं. Yes. Issue is most of us don't know how, because we have, see, we will not go and ask, like I will not go and say, Sunil sir, tell me how to impress, my friends. I'm not going to go and say, Pradeep sir, please can you guide me, this is what I'm new in school and I want to create my identity so that everyone knows me. No one is going to come and ask you all this question. Neither they can go back home and ask their parents. And if they go, see, colleagues, peers are the one to whom they want to impress. So certainly they are not going to go there, do that. So what they are going to do is try. Keep trying all the things. Some notorious thing, some really sensible thing, some utterly nonsense, but they are going to do that. The simple reason behind it creating their own presence. You will find few students are very disturbing in the class. They're absolutely distracting, and we think Shana samajhta hai kya. So believe me, no, they are not. The issue is that they want to create an identity, they want to have that presence. And you will find that those people mainly, they will wear that big chains, or they will come with a kind of attire which is so loud. These are the students you will find them, they're also loud in the class. The reason is that there are n number of reasons. Believe me, one of the reason, which is I find it really sad, is there is no one back home for them where they can actually, tell many stories, or they can go back and rely on. In that case, what they want their appreciation, because it's not happening back home, it is not happening around their society. Then they want it वहां नहीं तो यहाँ सही. ओके, सीधे तरीके से नहीं होता है तो उल्टा सही. एंड that become a challenge for us कि भाई आप क्लास डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हो, you are really arrogant. But for them it's like they're showing off to other person. See, I can handle anyone. I'm not scared of anyone. I'm bindas. Believe me, they are the one who are really, really scared. The one who shows so much that I'm bindas, I'm not scared of, I really don't care what others says to me. They are the most vulnerable kids that you will have around you. And if you want to take control over them, if you want to take charge over them, the easiest way to do that, help them. It's important. It's important to help them, to make them understand who they are. Because when you talk about the mentoring, it's not a one-way street. It's not something कि आप ही कर बोलते जा रहे हो, आप समझाते जा रहे हो, सामने वाले को समझ रहा है नहीं समझ रहा है, मेरा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मेरा काम है जाने का, पढ़ाने का, आने का. Or if someone comes to me for helping, I'm there. If they don't want to come, it's okay. Then that's not a mentoring. That's 100% not a mentoring. Its benefit, it has benefits for both mentor and mentee. Now you will ask me how? As simple as this. Mentee and mentor, the one who teaches, will be able to teach more efficiently if he develops the kind of strong relationship between the students and the mentee, because they, once you try to observe this also, once they start believing a particular sir or person, they will blindly follow, pura blind, 100% dedication. So it becomes easy for you to handle them, at the same time for them to understand the topic. I have seen many times when the student comes to me for, we do the career assessment. That's the time I can say, see, the child is really, really, really good in maths, but he actually flunks in maths. So my question, whenever I have asked the question, why? No, I don't like the subject. Why don't you like the subject? It's not really interesting. I said, wonderful. Can you tell me why exactly? Okay, what about till this class? Then slowly we realize in one particular class when the participant and the teacher are not in the same line, or there is a kind of, disturbance between their relationship, this kind of situation occurs. Think about it. If it has happened with you, आप में से किसी के साथ ये हुआ है? कितने जन के साथ हुआ है ये? Because of one particular person, suddenly has stopped thinking about that subject, or you have actually tried to overlook that subject. You have thought of concentrating on other subject. How many of you? Please raise your hand. If it has happened with any one of you, कि okay, एक particular subject, एक particular person के वजह से वो subject पसंद आना छूट गया. I'm not able to do that. I was not able to give my 100% in that. So you guys are really lucky enough. But yes, there are many who are actually going through this issue. Fine, where they are not able to give their 100%, or they have suddenly stopped enjoying a particular subject because there was a kind of challenge between the person and the one who is teaching the subject. So it actually helps you to understand each other and then develop the bond between two, and the most important, understanding the knowledge, creating interest. This all things comes into the picture. Personal professional development, both the side. Whatever you're going to teach them, it will be more insightful, and it will have more opportunity for you also and for the person also to develop. Now, yesterday I went for one of the skill tank. There was one project of skill tank where there was, students from a different class have put forward their views, or project, sorry, I will rather, it's a project on a, business plan. It's like a startup plan sort of. So it's similar to Shark Tank. So we call it, they have called it as a skill tank. So there was this physics sir who was actually running all around because there were two students who have participated in it, and they have developed their project based on physics. So the sir was so nervous, more than the students. He was nervous. He was like, trying to encourage the students, and they actually went way ahead than the portion. They have studied so many things. They have done research on so many things, both the side. They have developed beautiful project based on physics, and out of which one got selected, one uh, because there were only two or three places, so one couldn't make it. The sir was so sad about it, and he was, most of the other than he cherished one person, he has actually, wished, and he has said encouraged one per participant, but other most of the time he was with the other person who has lost it, and he was more trying to encourage him. Don't worry, next time we will do it little better. We understand our issues. Don't worry, we can do it. That's the beauty of mentoring. That's the actual beauty of mentoring, and I believe most of us have gone through it. We are here, we are doing something good in the society. So, yes, I can see that many of them have also said yes, one or more than many. One of them said many. He is luckiest one to have such a sweet people around him who actually help to, build up his personality, because that is what it is all about. In education context, when we talk about effective mentoring, it can be significantly enhancing the learning experience of young adults. When they start admiring their teachers, professors, or anyone who is having more knowledge in that particular subject than them, they actually start giving their 100% in the subject. They actually pour their entire energy. So, beauty of this mentoring is one, if you're able to, understand this, how this mentoring skill work, believe me, you're king or queen. So, as you enter in your class, most of the class will be under your control. Those who are present will be in your control. Those are not, you can't help. So, Vivekananda has said that, you know, he's alone teaches who has something to give. Teaching is not talking, it's not imparting your doctrine, it's communicating. Fine. I might be having ample of knowledge with me. Daily I'm reading books of 100 pages, 1000 pages, 2000 pages. But if I'm not able to pass it on to my participant, it is challenging. My students, if they are not able to understand, it becomes very challenging for them also and for you also, because knowledge is not going to go there. There will be always a break in between. You will not be able to pass on your knowledge. It has to be done very smoothly. That process has to be very smoothly taken place. It is more of understanding what is the need of the other person. सामने वाले को क्या चाहिए? What exactly this participant needs? That is the challenge. So one of the student, it's a funny incident actually. So the story is about this kindergarten school where this young one, she used to enter the school and she used to create a chaos. She never used to sit anywhere for more than 2 minutes. And as the teacher used to start talking, she used to actually disturbing entire class. And when teacher used to ask her something, she knows the answer. She could answer it. So they believe that she is a brilliant, so that's why she grasps it very well and all those things. Then they realize the grandfather teaches entire thing at home, so she knows everything in advance. Whatever is going to be taught inside the class was well known to her in advance. So this is kind of just a revision, maybe try second or third revision for her. So she is not finding it interesting. So what she has started doing it is disturbing the class, because then she found it more interesting. Now this also happens in your college. If student knows about the topic or he understands the concept very well, then they might not sit quietly inside the class. They will keep disturbing. They will keep doing nuisance inside the class. Then what becomes our role is to understand his or her level. कि okay भाई अपना level बताओ. Fine, you know this much. You might be already done that. Try to communicate, understand to what level they are, and then give them a task which is a little above for normal students, and for him it's a challenge. Give them openly in the class so they feel, they get that importance. Yes, that recognition which they are actually looking for at this age, you're giving that to them in a right way, because then they're using their entire energy in proving how good they are in studies. That's the best way of doing it. The best way of stopping kind of nuisance that they are doing inside the class, or distraction that they're creating in the class. Try to understand which is their challenge, which area they are actually feeling challenging. Try to help them in that particular area. And then slowly, you will observe you have created strong relationship between them. Then they will come back to you for every small and big issues. It might be totally different than what you're teaching, but they will come back to you. They will look for you inside the school or a college campus, searching where you are, because they want to share something. It may not be from your topic, but they want to come, they want to share it. And that's relationship is the most important relationship in today's world, because knowledge is all over. It's there on your palm. You click one button, you type few words, finish, you get so many information. N number of information will be there in front of you. The challenge is which one to select. Now, a sixth standard child, she has created PPT from Chat GPT. Now we are talking about college students, what they can do. Imagine. I'm talking about sixth standard students who can prepare entire PPT from Chat GPT, who knows how to use Canva. So imagine what college students can do. It's better we accept that they are way ahead of us when it comes for a technology. Then one thing is accept it and openly ask them, can you teach me how to do it? Even that will help you to build a good relationship between you and your participant. Or give extra time to learn whatever you think they know more than you, and go to that level where you are on the same platform. Then they start respecting you in a different way. They look at you, okay, this person knows it, huh? He's updated according as per their language. Updated है, इनको सब पता है, इनको पता है, ये हमारे साथ है. I will share you one of my examples. So one of my student who has completed his MBA. So we were just talking that day on WhatsApp, and he has started giving me those lol and all those words. Few words I really know about them, but most of them is like bouncing. मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था बंदा बोल क्या रहा है. Then I have actually requested him. I said, see, dear, I don't think I'm able to understand this new language. Is it possible for you to explain me or tell me or guide me how, what is this, what all this means? Believe me, he has given me one page full of WhatsApp words and the meanings. And he said, there are more. At more, this moment, you just learn this. I said, thank you. And next time when I was talking with him, I used that. every one, which one of those words. I made sure that, I'm using them very frequently. And he was like, at the end, he was giving me two thumbs. I said, yes, good, you can do it. So appreciate. There is always something new happening around you. And it's not possible for us to, able to learn each and everything. Because for us, as a professor, as a teacher, as an educator, we are actually on a we have n number of things to work on. We have to work, we have home to take care of, we have other duties in our society to do. There's so many things happening around us. So if these students comes to you and says that, this is something new, this is something, happening, learn, appreciate, thank them. You will find the relationship between you and them will grow a bit more, a bit stronger as well. Because then they realize or they feel that they understand us. Fine? It's very important. Most of the time they believe उनको समझेगा नहीं मैम हम जो बोल रहे हैं ना, they don't understand. That should not happen. It should be always, they should have that feeling, no, if I go to the person, if I go to my professor or a teacher, whoever it is, and I tell them something good, bad, whatever it is, they will understand me. We all know during nowadays in colleges there are so many things the students are taking which is inappropriate because they feel lonely, because they feel there is no one to listen to them, and that directly indirectly impacts their behavior as well as their education, their academics. So we as a mentor, our role has changed a bit. I'm not saying totally. We are still the same. We are there to teach them, to explain them the concept. But we need to understand, along with us, there are n number of things online available to them, as well as books. The resources for learning a particular topic has increased like anything. Our work in teaching in that way has reduced a bit, but our role as a mentor has increased a lot, where we have to make sure that we go talk to them, we communicate with them, we try to understand them, we remove the fear of being alone, and then we guide them further. The challenge is that the young one, they feel is resistant to authority, जो हम लोग अभी बात कर रहे थे. Changing values and beliefs that we are telling them, what they are seeing in the real life and whatever is happening around them is so different, and that's the reason they are more into confusion. You go for OTT, आप में से कितने जन के घर पे नेटफ्लिक्स नहीं है? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड. नेटफ्लिक्स, प्राइम, सिर्फ दूरदर्शन, या ये कितने जन के हैं? So we are around about 48. Out of 48, how many are there? Good. So out of 48, I can see 4, maybe more. And we know that what exactly there on these OTT channels. Even if you say 10 times, 13 times, more than 100 times to them, when they actually go and watch all this thing, the kind of serials or kind of things happening around it. I was other day down, I was there in Pune Vidyapit. We were running a program called Society, and we are creating a session on or kind of episode, I will say rather here, that society responsibility of a society towards the children or the youth. We were actually sitting and thinking about various issues and problems, and one all of us we came on that point. If you open today's newspaper, everyone, if you are at home, please open today's newspaper, check your first page, second page, third place. No positive, nothing positive. किसने किसको मारा, किसने किसको क्या किया, all 90% of the time you have negative. Half of your page is for the Bollywood, then you have advertisement, then you have somewhere good news some around, or some positive things. What exactly they are going to take us? Fine, I'm not saying that they're 100% right or 100% wrong. The only thing I would like to put forward here is they will be of age 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 max to max. फाइन, दुनिया में आके उनको जिए कितने, 18-20 साल. Whatever we have put forward to them, whatever we have put on the plate, that is only they're eating. I have seen, I have heard it. So when it happens in school, it happens sometimes in colleges, as well as home. 100% is happening. So when they actually try to go and communicate with the parents, parents are like, हाँ 2 minute, हाँ बेटा सुन रहा हूँ बता. Yeah, I'm doing it, listen. What? Or when they are having a communication, there is a call, बेटा 1 minute, important call है, 1 minute दो मुझे, मैं इनसे बात कर लेता हूँ. What does directly, indirectly we are saying? That you're less important than this call. You're less important than this text. What are we giving them? And we expect so many things from them. We want them to respect us. We want them to obey us. We want them to be good in studies. We want them to be, ideal. Ideal in all sense. They should be good in everything. Now, let's go back. Try to understand. हम लोग कैसे थे? How we were in school, how we were in college, how many lectures actually we have attended, how we were at home, and what was the scenario that time at home. So, my another way, when we talk about mentoring young adults, every time a student comes in front of you, the moment you start noting down his negative, immediately start noting down his positive also. कि बॉस ये बंदा ने ये बहुत अच्छा करा है, अच्छा ये ऐसा, ये अच्छा कर रहा है, ये try to, if you think that अरे एक भी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, that means you haven't observed the child. That means we haven't given enough attention or time to actually understand this particular child. Then try to understand, dig information about the person. You will realize there are so many good things in him if he develops that good relationship with you. So that's become a very, very, very important part. So when we talk about the mentoring, it becomes very important how you communicate and what is your approach towards the participant or the student. Fine. When you look at them, you might see only one part of it, which is in front of you. But you have no idea about the story behind that child, maybe at home, society, or anywhere else. The situation that he is coming from. So before we say something, even in a group, in public, in staff room, because believe me, staff room में जो भी होता है, वो सबसे ज्यादा वहां पे फैल जाता है. I have no idea till now how, but the students get entire discussion from one or the other way. They know what is happening, which teacher says what and what says what. So they know it all very well. So you have to be very alert that no matter what, you will not use any negative comment on any participant, because they slowly start appreciating that. And this is what I have observed, I have seen, and I have heard. So there was a senior most professor in our college, and senior most and very sweet person, very sweet person. We actually he was senior most, knowledgeable, talented. uh, he's ideal one for most of us. So I was having a discussion about something with him, and then I just moved out, and I just the other student came in front of me asking about something else, and I started discussing. I said, I really appreciate that person, is so knowledgeable. And he said, ma'am, you won't believe, this person never says as a single word, negative word about any past student. I said, how do you know? I said, we all know, that's why we respect him. Irrespective how, if we are right, he will come and stand next to us. And if we are not right, he will tell us in his alone, secretly. He will tell us alone that this is you have done. I know it is wrong. It's better you accept that thing. He will tell us, but alone, ma'am. But he will never pass comment on us. And that's why we like him so much. And for, when he got retired, believe me, entire college was down. What else we need, as a educator? That's the best part of it. So the most important comes here, moral of the story, you can say, कि उनको सब पता है. हमें लगता है उनको क्या पता चलेगा, उनको बराबर पता है, छोटी छोटी बातें पता है. And they are so tech savvy nowadays. Before a new teacher enters school, or maybe after her first day or second day, the students will have the entire history about the person, her school, her college, or maybe how many kids the person is having, where she stays, what's her like, dislike, everything they will have database. Now you have to be very capable. If you want to deal with such talented pool, then you have to be very smart. Then you have to be equally equipped to understand what they are, who they are, what exactly they are interested, how they, and then tackle them accordingly, because that's what they are doing. They know us very well because of our various social media posts and all those things. So accordingly, they are dealing with us. They're psychologically working with us. Then it's our duty to do the similar study, case study proper. If I want to handle this particular participant or student or child, I need to do a proper case study, understand about the person, and then handle it. In your class, out of 50, 60, 100 students, there will be only three who will be disturbing or arrogance, or you come under the negative, emotions. Take hold of them, understand them first, and then deal with them. Once they are under your control, the rest of the class will be your control. Once they start submitting the assignment, because now they have a good relationship with you, the rest of the class will do the same. Because they are like, अरे ये करते तो हमको भी करना पड़ेगा. So use this, tricks to understand him. Now here I have a question for you all. Any challenges that you're specifically facing while handling a class or mentoring this young adult? Nirmal ma'am, what do you think?
Yes, ma'am. It's true
Uh,
that
s-
we should not make any negative comments for the students.
Ma'am, can you a bit louder?
Whatever you were just explaining about how to control these negative-minded students, and very good this story also you have given here. Very nice.
So,
We understood that negative
ma'am,
comments should be made
yeah.
when
So, ma'am, my
we
question
can.
here is, am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Tell you.
So my question is there is any specific challenge you think that this is what we normally see in our colleges. This is what the students do normally.
Yeah, correct. There are challenges.
So can you just mention one of it? Will it be okay?
Some ego problem also sometimes we see, na?
Yes, I will
Because
agree. I will. Yes,
ego, nowadays we see that lot amongst the students of this era. I mean, last 23 years I'm teaching in polytechnic. So whatever students we used to get at that time and the students now we are receiving at this now. So there is vast difference.
I
So
do
just
agree, Nirmala ma'am. I do agree. Ego issue. But funny thing of it, 20, 23 years back, there was no Insta, YouTube, TikTok, and all.
correct, correct,
Nowadays,
correct,
if you can see, the
correct,
small kids' video is also there online with
correct.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000 likes.
Correct. So we
Yeah, so
used to have proper control on the students. Now it is
absolutely.
difficult to control the students.
I do agree. I do agree. It's a very good point. We will come for that issue. Just a small try from my side. I hope it will help you. So, Jadhav sir, is there anything you would like to add? Jadhav sir, are you there? जादव सर आपके यहाँ पे ऐसे कोई आपको लग रहा है कॉलेज में जैसे मैम ने बोला ईगो का इशू होता है और ऐसे कोई रिलेटेड इशू है जो आपको लग रहा है कि ये वाले इशू आजकल बहुत ज्यादा दिखाई देते हैं गंगाड़े मैम it will be great if we can have a conversation so I can add more points to it.
Sujata madam is there?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Would
Yes,
you like to
Sujata
add
madam.
some points?
Uh,
कुछ issues आप face कर रहे हो कॉलेज में
I
बच्चों के
do agree.
साथ
I do agree with this. But see, when many are discussing on this point, as I said, जब आप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करते हो ना तो पॉइंट्स कोई कोई हमको लगता है यार ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है पर वो निकल आता है कि यार इसको
हेलो
भी
मैम।
हमें भी ये इशू हो रहा है या मैम रजनी मैम
हाँ, गुड आफ्टरनून मैम।
गुड
हाँ,
आफ्टरनून
हम क्या ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं, वी आर ऑब्जर्विंग कंटिन्यूअसली लाइक स्टूडेंट्स डोंट हैव एनी कंसंट्रेशन टू लिसन for some period of time like 10-20 minutes. They don't have that much concentration. Nowadays we are facing this. थोड़ी देर में कुछ
आई
ना कुछ चालू हो जाता है. They
हाँ
disturb, and on the contrarily they disturb the class. We can say कि दूसरों को भी फिर वो divert करते हैं बच्चे. तो ये अभी के ही मुझे लगता है कोरोना बैच के बाद वाले ही बच्चे ऐसे देखने में आ रहे हैं.
नहीं मैम कोरोना में हमारे पास रील्स आ गए ना रील्स में हुआ क्या वो
जी जी.
2 मिनट 1-2 मिनट में ज्ञान गंगा बहती है हमारे
Yes,
यहाँ
yes, yes, yes.
तो
True, madam. Agree.
so what has happened is the concentration which was 15 minutes has gone down to
Yeah,
10 minutes and now 8 minutes
yeah,
and 6
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. So there is, I will just try to pinpoint these two
Okay,
points
ma'am.
which has,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. So I will just try to give few ideas from my side. If anyone else has tried something else, you're most welcome to share. I would love to hear it. Just give me a minute. Okay. I hope it is visible, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we have one is a resistant to authority, ego. ये कौन होते हैं मुझे बोलने वाले? Why? So, see, when I talk about this, the one is reason nowadays the culture that is there back home also is no one is actually asking, stopping them to do something negative or do something. Most of the time, we don't want to. We want them to do whatever they want. We want there to support them. So the issue has developed that they haven't heard no. Even in school, colleges, there is no failure, there is no scolding, there is no nothing where they have been told that this is wrong in any way. If you tell them and if they feel it is louder, then it's become a challenge, how they put forward. So normally it has been, it's like if something is wrong done, they have to be sent to counselor. And suddenly in the colleges, if you try to tell them that this is not right and this is something without sending them to counselor, then they are saying why teacher is saying that, why the professor has to say that, why the counselor can do that, right? So that kind of thought process is also developing nowadays. So when you normally, it becomes a very challenging for them to get orders from others, from the seniors. It's a way challenging to them. So what we have to do it is not because of the COVID before and back. It's also because of the kind of opportunity they have got to get recognition from the very early age. So one of my student has said me, ma'am, I have a link, not LinkedIn, this one profile, which one? Insta account, which has around about 12K followers. Would you like to buy it? I will give it for a cheaper rate. And I was like, no, beta, thank you. So imagine the child is not even completed her graduation. She is saying me she has one account which is having more than 12K views and all those things. And now she's ready to get income, and she is ready to sell it. Because I said, what you're going to do with it then? She said, no, I will start another account. I have already started, so I want to concentrate on this. Now I'm going to sell this. As you have your company, I thought it might be helpful to you. I said, so sweet of you, thank you. Imagine how talented they are. They are not even completed their graduation and they know how to earn. And how bold they are that they're asking their teachers that would you like to buy. How many of us could do that even now? It's that life has been changed because through so many social due to the internet, the world has come too close, where they understand how how in different countries how the teacher and student relationship is there, how in this country it is happening, what is happening. So see, normal is a human behavior. ये human behavior है कि आपको जो पसंद आता है ना, जो आपके फायदे का है, वो आप उठाओगे. जिसमें आपको तकलीफ है, you will not do that. Now I'm just saying it's simple thing. We know that it's very difficult to teach when there is absolutely no response. But when we attend this session, we do exactly the same. Isn't it? That's the scene. So it's not them, it's us also. Every human being will do that. Every human being will do that. They will work as per our convenience. We need to understand how I'm going to break through it. What exactly I can do it. Now, this generation is the generation which is more of a kinesthetic kind of it. They're not read and write. Their learning style is no more. Very few of them they are actually into read and write. Most of the them are by doing. They observe. They will observe and they will follow. So if you portray yourself in that particular way, where you tell them it's okay to say sorry, thank you, it's okay to listen to the other person if the point of view is right, be it a small or a big, it really doesn't matter. वो लोग आपको फॉलो करेंगे, वो लोग धीरे धीरे आपका सुनना चालू करेंगे. ये ईगो का प्रॉब्लम आने का सबसे बड़ा रीजन ये हो गया है कि बहुत अर्ली एज में उनके हाथ में पैसे आ गए हैं, रिकॉग्निशन आ गए हैं. टीचर्स के पास रहता है मोटोरोला का मोबाइल, उनके पास रहता है आईफोन. Believe me, it's really, really difficult for them also to keep their ego into control. Because it is like that. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि भाई मेरे स्टूडेंट के पास आईफोन है तो मैं भी अपने फोन चेंज करूं. बट देन इट बिकम्स इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर अस टू टेल देम or show them in one or the other way how important it is to keep your greeds into limitation. इससे भी वही काम हो रहा है, उससे भी वही काम हो रहा है. But if I'm using this, my money has been saved, I'm investing in stock and how I'm earning better. They will start admiring you. यार ये सही करते हैं. Let me share one more story. So there was this girl. So she suddenly for school, it's like after 10th, junior college competition, farewell and all those things were there. So in that particular school, it was at that particular time, pencil heel wearing and all was not really common. So this girl, she wore a pencil heel, and I never saw her in that attire ever, ever. She was really studious, very sweet, very obedient, very cute girl. And she came to me with entire makeup and pencil heel. I saw her and I said, "Isn't it difficult to walk, my dear?" She said, "Yes, but isn't it look pretty?" I said, "Yeah, I do agree with it. I really agree with it. It is really pretty and you're looking beautiful." The entire conversation got over. I got an opportunity to be in that class. What I've done, I have explained how pencil heels actually creates negative impact on your backbone. What can happen to your backbone if you wear the pencil heel? Believe me, but on that day, I haven't uttered a word. I said how beautiful she is because and she has decked up in that particular reason, where everyone will appreciate her, say how beautiful she is. So I did all that what she wants. I told her she is looking beautiful, she is looking gorgeous, she is cute, whatever words she was looking for, I made sure that that goes to her. But next time when I came across her in her class, I made a point where I conduct a session where I can link it together. How the pencil heels impacting backbones and how it will, impact her in a long run. If not her, in general, it was for the class. So how it will create issue. And I requested entire young generation, those who are wearing pencil heel for one or the other reason to impress XYZ. I said this XYZ will be with you or not, no one knows it. But this backbone will be with you for throughout your life. And if you're not taking care of it, because that XYZ who will not be there, who will not be there with you, may or may not, but this backbone will be there with you. So you have to be very careful and you need to take care of it. क्योंकि इसका अभी ध्यान नहीं लोगे तो हाथ में लकड़ी बहुत जल्दी आएगी. Many of them actually came and said thank you because they were not aware about it. And they actually, after a few days, they came showing me sports shoes saying, ma'am, we are wearing it. That's it. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. So understand them. They will be having, just give me a minute. Huh? Just a minute. Just a minute. So it becomes a challenge for them also because they are not aware about it. Ego, yes, it's going to be there and it's gonna increase. It's going to increase day by day. Believe me, every now and then it's going to increase because of kind of recognition that they are getting by n number of ways, and where it has to be only appreciated them in their early ages, that wow, it's so nice, it's so good, you're doing so amazing, you're outstanding. So there is no where they have been told this is wrong, this is not to be done. So it's going to get increased. So what we have to do is we have to deal with it in a very smart way. Is one is appreciate them because that is what they are used to. They are not used to get criticism. आपको पता है डैडी ने recent incident है, डैडी ने मोबाइल नहीं दिया, बेटे ने सुसाइड किया. They are not able to hear no nowadays. So what we have to do is tell them, yes, it's good, it's right,